at the LA Independent Art Book Fair, and she's gonna give me a proper critique on one of my books which is coming out. It's like almost done, but I don't know what to do with it next. Say hi, Claire.
Hi, everybody.
All right. Um, so I'll show you first the cover. Oh, not that one. That's an old version. It's bad. You liked it? People said that it was like a little too garish.
So I guess to explain what this book cover looks like, it's
No, they can see.
oh, that's right, because it's I actually quite garish. I'm not sure. I sort of like that negative. It's like that almost
Yeah.
infrared
Yeah.
look of the image in the sea, and without seeing the inside of the book, I feel apocalyptic is the wrong word, but
Yeah.
like there's a sense of something being awry,
Yeah.
which makes you want to look deeper.
Hmm. Well, this is the one that I ended up going with. I ended up, not totally sold on it, but so this is the front cover, and then this is the back cover.
And what's this image on the back cover?
It's of my father holding a passion flower up against his chest, which also has the same over his heart. And I just thought it's such a great photo, and it's one of my favorite photos I've ever taken. And I didn't want to have it in black and white. I just felt like the need to.
I can
do that.
understand that. I think it's more powerful. Well, maybe it's more powerful as a color.
So I want to show you the original, and the way that I like to look at them in black and white is to just literally go into here under System Preferences and click on Accessibility. And you can give me your opinion of whether or not you think it's better in grayscale. Yeah, so it's this one here. And I'll let you just look through it. I don't know why there's this gray part shown up here.
Is that part?
I guess it's just what it's not recording. That's fine.
I quite like it in grayscale. There's something about the sea, and there's something about the sea in grayscale that I really love, and I'm not sure if I can articulate that so well, but you sort of end up. Growing up in Long Beach in Southern California, I associate the ocean and the sea with a very restful, familiar place. But I like when that color is stripped away from it because you are almost you're forced to kind of imagine your own experience.
Yeah. I originally made the entire book in grayscale. Like I put my computer onto grayscale and then made it that way.
Okay.
And then I looked at it at color and I was like, oh man.
It can be a shock when you go from black and white to color because your eyes they adapt to sort of being softer and looking at. You're forced to look at the tones more, right?
Well, I shot these photos in 2015, January 2015, and I like left them away. They're on another hard drive, and then when I looked through them again, I set it to black and white. Like that one. I love these diptych, the light shadows. I actually had a series that I've been working on since 2014 of like diptychs and like intimacy diptychs. The idea of being two things.
Is that a log or a bird over on the left?
I think it's a bird. It's easier to tell in color.
Yeah.
And also, this is a pretty large book. This is an 8.5 by 11.
Okay.
Yeah.
What inspired this diptych?
Well, I don't know how important it is to like the book or whatever, but all the photos are in chronological order.
Okay.
And I tried pretty hard. I was thinking about perspective when I was arranging them, so I wanted to have like photos where you're looking up to be at the top of the page, and photos where you're looking down to be at the bottom of the page, and to like really kind of put you into my eyes.
That's interesting. Yeah, I like that. And this man spotted throughout. Is that you?
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess what it is one of the things is my dad loves photography. He's like he got his work in like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Like he considers himself to be an amateur photographer, and we bonded over this. It was like the biggest bonding experience like we've had in a decade. And we would get up at like 4 in the morning to go photograph the sunrise at the beach. And so a lot of the photos I'm like re-documenting these places over and over and over again. And it's just about like the times when we would go on our photo walks.
So like there's this sense of repetition.
Definitely, you'll see things that are like photographed and then re-photographed and re-photographed.
I love when books or artworks incorporate repetition in them. I really enjoy when there's some sort of repetition throughout things. It sort of almost feels like, I don't know, some sort of like cathartic process when you go over something over and over and over again. But then there's also this sense of almost like an obsession.
Yeah.
Like an obsession to like keep, whether you're like, why are you going back to the same place?
Yeah. Why aren't you over this? I always thought this was so pretty when they put the lights on the palm trees.
Yeah, it is such a nice. Yeah, it's really nice.
I tend to be a little self-indulgent with my work, where I tend to include a lot of photos. I think that this has like 150 photos or something ridiculous.
And knowing that this is taken in chronological order, I actually do feel the narrative moving from day to night.
Okay.
Which is nice. I think I've just realized that in these last few photos where I really feel like I've been with you throughout the entire.
I'm trying to decide how I should include that in the book, whether I should, or whether I should have a writing about it. You know, I want the photos to stand for themselves, but I don't know. It's how much of that text do we want to include in the way.
It's always, I think, a tricky question for. I think that's a tricky question for so many people because you do want the work to stand by itself. You want people to have their own experience. I'm not sure I would include text. Unless, what sort of text?
Well, even just like about the book or like an introduction or something. I don't know if I'd want it as an introduction. Maybe I'd want it as a like postscript or something.
At the end.
Yeah, but I don't know how much of like what information is vital and what information is not, because it's one of those things where it's so intimate to me and not to others, and I feel like that's one of the reasons I wanted to talk to you about it. I know with your book we had a similar thing.
Are we on a new day now?
Yeah. Sunrise again.
She's not saying? Why? Specifically.
There's this real sense of being free throughout these. You have a lot of birds and a lot of movement and many photos that are not quite in focus, and that I think that does give you a sense of gives you this like I feel like I'm swaying throughout each image. I don't know if that
actually that's
you,
really important because like the last 3 photos are like they pay off, if that makes sense. With that, but those are the ones that like agonize me to death.
Right. enjoy this image on the right.
Yeah,
Sort of feel like that fish is giving you the viewer a side eye.
it's good.
But the reflection is interesting.
They're so different in color.
I can imagine. I'm glad we're looking at it in black and white first because
Yeah.
it makes you forces you to think.
This was so my dad likes fancy rich things, and this is like near the richest person, like the most expensive house ever sold in America. So like he like made us drive there, and he was like trying to photograph it, and I felt really weird about it. That's a really weird dude.
What attracts him to those places?
Money, like the idea of people having lots of money. I love this photo here on the right. It's one of my favorite photos. I felt like I don't know. I kind of feel like that's like a weird self-portrait in a weird way.
You have that hand reaching out as well, right? So
Yeah.
I personally enjoy the photo on the left.
Yeah.
I like the mist coming through. I like anything that makes you sort of wonder a little bit about what's behind.
There was a lot of nostalgia on this trip. We went to Butterfly World, and that's because we went there when I was growing up with my grandfather. And so,
See, and there's the photo we have on the back.
yeah, I felt like it just had to be somewhere in color.
This is nice. I don't know if you noticed, you have this really beautiful line that comes through the branch and then into this branch where the birds are settling. And where are you here?
I'm not really sure. I mean, it all takes pretty much place in Pompano.
Yeah.
I've always loved this photo on the right. At first, I liked the photo on the right, but I wasn't really that into the photo on the left. And then I was re-looking through it, and it makes so much more sense. Like, I don't know. The photo on the left eventually made its way onto the cover.
Well, it's something sort of. Why did you pick this one on the left for the cover?
It's such a good question.
Is it just intuitive?
It felt the same way that the book felt, where it's like I don't want to like talk over the work, but this idea of like reaching for something and wanting for something and feeling like you have like this road to get there, but you obviously can't. And it's like this idea that you know like I want a relationship with my father and I wanted it to work out, but it just can't. You know, you've got to climb a wall.
I think it fits the narrative wonderfully.
We go up on in the morning to go to the beach to photograph the sunrise, and then onto the balcony to photograph the sunset.
Are these the first photos taken on flash?
They're no flash.
Oh, they're no flash. It's just
You know,
light.
they're a crazy color and they're green.
Okay.
That's a dumb thing but you'll see when you look at it in color.
Okay.
So like this photo on the left here, we photographed that quite a few times already, I think.
Yes.
And we keep returning to it. And then I remember this specific moment. I was teaching my dad how to hold the camera steady. He got really pissed off. He kept on thinking that he would take photos as good as me if he had the camera. And then we traded cameras, and I took a photo with him. And there he is in the background on the right. And I think it's, I don't know, I've been like psychologically thinking about it, about how I photographed my dad, like never his face, only him in the distance or parts of his body, like so distorted, and what kind of things that says about my relationship with him and all of that.
Yeah, that's an interesting point. I've kind of been subconsciously thinking that, looking through it, but I wanted to get through to the end.
Again, that's one of the things that like climaxes at the end. And we're reaching at the end.
Okay.
I kind of, if we go back just a little bit, one more. I was really thinking of this as like a really nice metaphor for it. It's like you have this chance to relax, but you're not there. You're not relaxing.
There's also, a while ago, I had this thought of photographing empty chairs that people have left places. There's something I love about chairs just placed in different environments because they're inviting, but they're also very alone. It's just my own 2 cents. Maybe that fits your metaphor.
Yeah. I mean, one of the things is I made this book in an afternoon. I just went to Panera and then did it. And it's just because I felt like making art that day. Sometimes I get really frustrated with my business, and it's very intuitive. I'm trying to become more intuitive as an artist because I'm someone who thinks through it. Okay, so this is the end here. These 2 photos and then one more at the end.
So why this as the final image?
It was the last photo I took on the vacation.
Last one you
And what drives me nuts here is this photo here on the left.
took. Okay.
I love this photo. I love the pointing and the direction that it makes with this bird over here
Okay.
and this dangling thing over here on the top, where it makes them feel so squished and so caged, and then but you're looking out on something that's so free, and it's like, to me, it like is like the perfect ending to it. The only thing is, those people are not my father.
Oh, it's just random people.
Just random people, and so I have this entire book, but the only person in it is my father. One selfie in a mirror, like in a reflection, and then 2 random people to end at the climax. And it just kills me.
Yeah, I can now feel the frustration on that, and I am leaning towards they shouldn't be included.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards that as well.
I think the symbolism of the pointing doesn't quite work if it's not actually your father.
Yeah. He was pointing, but he was pointing behind me, and I just photographed these guys instead.
Right.
That was so dumb.
Because I think even without it, these 2 images at the end are so quite strong because you have these birds and the sea that are so repetitive throughout the entire book that there's this, actually, well, right here, definitely a sense of freedom. Here, I'm not, well, freedom? I'm not sure. I think the fact that there's this big fishing boat in the background they feel like they're enclosed more in space. I think you could end on those 2 and it would work beautifully.
Do you think even if I just get rid of this one, I just put this one by itself on the left?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, have it by itself.
Okay, yeah, and then I can have the extra space in the background for maybe a text about it.
Maybe a short text.
Yeah. It's just something that I had thought of so many ideas. I thought of like sharpening them out and just having them be just bodies. That's like even weirder. Like,
yeah,
it's been
putting
like,
bars over the eyes.
I mean, I made this book in one day back in December, and it's been 4 months now, and it's done. The book is done. I just can't. Let me also just show you very quickly what it looks like in color, and you can just go quickly.
Okay.
And then.
I'm almost not ready to see it in color.
Whoops. How do I? Yeah. Don't do that. Let's go. All right.
Okay. It's already so different.
It's so different.
And you're able to tell more what time of day it is. hard because the sea in color is quite beautiful, but
Yeah, I know,
You
I know.
all right, let me piece through these.
Well, so one of the other things is the price of printing the book. I love these two together. The price of printing the book, color is going to be significantly higher,
Right,
which means that the price of selling the book. I love. See, with this you can really tell the
right,
guitars on the right.
right.
There, it's just such a, this photo on so much better.
The colors do make it, yeah, I mean, it's a tricky thing, right? Because the colors before I was never able to see this, the ambient light onto the trees.
Yeah. No, the colors totally transform it, and you get to go through the. It's like more of a journey. I feel like.
It is more of a journey, but I'm going to be honest, I think I'm still leaning towards the
Yeah.
grayscale. Even though there's some colors that you see, like this one on the left, I also love this in grayscale because it's like just these two lights on in the whole building.
Yeah.
And here it's a different experience, but yeah, I think the grayscale in terms of what this narrative is about is more fitting.
I was thinking about, and I have so many mixed feelings about this, but like making like a collector's edition that's in color. But then I hate the idea of collector. Like I'm kind of fundamentally against the idea of that, because then it makes me feel like if you buy the normal product, that you're getting something cheaper.
Right.
Did I?
It is true though, of course the color does transform some of the images. I understand why you needed to have this in color somewhere. Color does breathe so much life
Yeah.
into photographs, but I don't think it's always necessary.
Yeah.
This would also be a great image on the front or back as well. I'm not sure why.
Really? Which one?
I think the one on the left.
Hmm.
Really, it's very dark. It's dark, but it's bright. It sort of gives me a strange feeling inside. That brightness, that color green, I'm never sure how to interpret it. I'm never sure how it actually makes me feel, whether I'm more on a positive or more on a negative scale.
Hmm.
This is very nice. And here we are. I can 100% understand the
Yeah.
dilemma that occurs here when there's some images that just really, or pairings especially, that
Yeah.
look so beautiful. Like there was a just here in the beginning. This one. This is such a beautiful image in color. The two of them together. The oranges and the pinks and the greens. They sit nicely together.
Thank you. I think that there are some that help the flow and transition a lot. Like I think this one up here where it's green on the right, and then the green of the swimming pool,
Right.
where you just don't have it doesn't make as much visual sense.
No.
So yeah, I've been leaning towards black and white as well, but I also want the photos to exist somewhere in color, and I just don't know.
What that format is.
For me, color is such a huge part of my work and part of my process. It always feels like I'm missing a limb when I don't have it. But I also feel like part of the book is feeling like you're missing a limb.
Part of the book does feel like you're missing a limb.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think back now, having looked at the book, about that initial red cover, almost like infrared cover.
I did that, and I showed it to everyone. I showed it to said, "Oh God, no."
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
And I wonder if maybe I kind of agreed with the criticism that it didn't match the kind of nostalgic feeling, but I don't know. Maybe we can go back and we can see. I like the idea of like a super vibrant color cover with like all black and white photos.
What about green? I'm not sure. Sort of on a green kick.
But I'm pretty happy with
You are
this.
happy with this.
I mean, for now, I haven't actually printed a proof of it yet. I don't know. I kind of like the up and down of it. Really, you only see this on the cover.
Right.
Maybe Michael Washenko or something. The title "Never Knows Best." I don't know how I feel about that because it doesn't really relate to anything with my dad at all. Have you ever seen the TV show Kuli Kuli?
No, but I have heard of it.
Okay. It's just there's no meaning behind it, but it's written on one of the characters who's an orphan.
Okay.
She's been recently orphaned, and she has a cigarette, and she handwrote the words "Never Knows Best" on the cigarette. And I just felt like that was. I feel like it captured the vibe where I didn't want to have like a title that made sense in a real way, but also I wanted to have the. I mean, it doesn't make sense because my dad doesn't watch anime, but I don't know.
It's at the end of the day, it's your perspective.
Exactly.
Right. It's your
Yeah.
perspective of this time with your father, and so how you choose to pick that throughout the book, and even down to what the book is titled.
Yeah. Is there anything else that maybe I should include? Thinking about this,
Should include. I like the fact that it's all in chronological order. It almost seems like it has a system. Like it shouldn't be.
It does have a system.
It shouldn't be messed with.
Yeah.
Like I don't think things should be pulled out or put in, right? Because it would disrupt this flow that you got.
Okay. I think maybe I should explain that system then, because there were like rules or restrictions when I was making it. Like I want them in chronological order. When I want them to kind of be arranged up or down. I didn't want any photos in the middle.
Right. I think that would be a good thing, sort of like a postscript, like you said, to include.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Maybe next time we come to the fair, you'll get to see this
Yes.
in reality.
Tangible.